this is Sonja from My Happy Space. Welcome back at my channel. Today I want to dig into the newest illustrated faith devotional, which is called Weeds and Wildflowers. It's written by Shannon Noel. And then I want to combine it with the printable from Brianna Showalter, which is called Pockets of Joy. And it's absolutely beautiful tags, which you can actually just get to put on presents. It's absolutely beautiful. She's so talented. And then she's got all these journaling cards. The whole idea is that we need to look for those just sweet moments during our day, seeing God's hand in our life, sort of moments of pockets of joy, and yeah, through the weeds and the wildflowers. So that's just sort of the idea of the devotional. As you can see, the devotional, I've made it a bit smaller. It comes in a bigger form. It's a little bit different than normally. Normally, it's a TN size, but this month it's a sort of bigger, but I made it smaller. I just wanted to have this little pocket notebook, which you can obviously do your notes in also, and obviously you go through the devotional. But then I want to make this little booklet more or less based on this type of booklet. I've made this once with a printable from Becca Bonwell, and this is just cardboard which you put together and you cover it. I'm sure you've seen many times how to do it, and it's all about love is a verb, and I just love this sort of concept. So I'm thinking of making a booklet just to put everything, combine everything about the Weeds and Wildflower devotional with the sort of the journaling cards and the prompts, this beautiful flowers, ephemera. And then I also have the Vanessa Walters bits and bobs, so it I think goes perfectly with this also, so I can combine that also. The only things which I want to make different is the inserts. I want to sort of make a pocket, so I can pop these cards, these journaling cards in there. So obviously I must make it maybe a little bit bigger than this one, so I can pop it in and out and do my journaling in there also. So this is what I want to do. And as I said, as we go for the month of May, or whenever you do decide to do this devotion, just to look out for that moments of joy, things that makes you happy. The small things in life at the end of the day is the things that's going to make us happy. Sometimes we can't control the bigger things and the chaos in the world, but that little first cup of coffee in the morning, that smile from your child, that's just that kind SMS from somebody, all that small pockets of joy which we can combine with the weeds and the wildflowers. So yeah, I'm going to put you on fast forward, and then we're going to put this together. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is just making a base for this journal. It didn't turn out anything I told you before. It was much bigger, and it was sort of more a little junk journal type of thing, with out the junk obviously, or the sort of secondhand things. It's obviously the pattern papers from this printable, and then I use also the pattern papers from the Simple Stories today, I think, yeah, this day, something like that. It's one of the new collections, and it was on sale during scrapbooking day, or National Scrapbooking Day, or weekend, so I got it from there. I just thought it worked nicely with this. As you see me, I've got many videos how to do this little booklet, so I went quite quickly through it. I will link one up here at the top if you want to see a more detailed way to do this. Otherwise, there's loads of sort of YouTube videos, tutorials on exactly how to do that. So basically, I've just divided it into 3 sections: 2 side flaps, which will be the cover of the books, in the middle part, which I just put very closely together. There's just a very, very small gap in between it. Then I secured it with double-sided tape and some sort of normal tape. I would not say it was the best way to do it. I was a little bit rusty how to do it. I haven't done one of them for a while, so I didn't really go and watch a YouTube video. I just sort of made it up as I go, so I would not recommend you following my way of doing it here at the moment. Yeah, and just cutting the corners off. I'm just showing you that not to cut it too close to the edge, because if you fold it up like you're going to decorate a book, then obviously the edge of the book will still show. So you just cut it off sort of a little bit before the corner of the book. Then you can just cover this book now as you would have done with any school book, your children's school book or whatever. As you can see here, I've just used the glue, and then I've just secured it with some some bulldog clips around the edge, because obviously this is sort of sturdy pattern paper. It's cardstock, so it doesn't bend very nicely. So when you secure it there with a clamp, that is, it's going to stay there. You just need to keep it there for a little bit. So I just left it for like sort of a 20 minutes or 10 minutes to get dry. So here we are now. Unfortunately, some of my footage got corrupted. I didn't, how I cover that inside and put the ribbon on, all got lost. But basically, what I've done is I've just put pattern paper in the inside. Then I forgot to put the ribbon underneath the pattern paper, so that's why I decided to put that pockets over the ribbon. And this is the signatures which I've made. So basically I've just printed the pattern paper and then stacked them on top of each other, glued them, and then I got my signature. I'm so sorry that that bit of the footage got cut off. So what I'm doing now, I'm doing the most simplest method of doing my elastic band around it to secure my signatures. I'm basically just wrapping it around the out cardboard bit or the cover of the book, and I'm just securing it, and then later I'm going to bring it together by connecting a wooden veneer tag there at the back just to secure it and keep it together at the back. You'll see in a moment. I will show you now. As you can see, it is already gone off the side, so that is why it's important to just, even if you just tie it with a knot there together, you don't have to particularly put something pretty in there. So what I'm doing, I just use another small little piece of elastic, just knot it to keep it together so it doesn't slide off. And then that little tag is a wooden veneer tag. It's just purely for decoration purposes, but obviously it's nice to have something heavy there also at the back. So yeah, I'm just binding it together and see how it looks, if it's nicely fitting in there. And then I'm going to do the cover now. So there is so many beautiful elements on this in this devotional, and I love all these little journaling cards which you can write down your pockets of joy. And yeah, and it is very, we need to almost come to a standstill, and we need to take that walks in the nature or in the park, or even just spending time in reading the Word of God, spending time with the Lord, just to sort of discover those pockets of joy, the things that really sort of stand out, the things we're thankful for. That's why it's so good to have a sort of a system where you write down anything to be thankful for the day, because as I said, that it's a small little things in life that really makes us thankful, and thankful people are happier people, and it comes straight from the Bible. I've just actually read Psalm 107 this morning again, and it's a beautiful, beautiful verse. I'd really recommend you to go and read it. It is just almost the solution for despair, the solution for confusion, the solution for a physical need, the solution for everything is basically calling unto the Lord and start praising Him. It might sound very simplistic, but I think there is a very, very deep truth in it, and we often want to run to the world, what the world has to offer, and we often want to think, but it can't be so simple. There must be a way for me to actually get sort of rid of my difficulties. But it says also in that same passage that the Word came to heal us, and we know that Jesus is the Word of God. As you can see, I've done my front cover. Now I'm hopping into the inside of it. I'm just showing you, I've stacked my things of sort of sentiments, journaling cards, tags, as you can see here, and just the general ephemera. And now what I'm going to do is, instead of, as I told you, having the inside pockets, because I completely forgot to put the inside pockets in there, I'm going to create pockets inside my sort of booklet, junk journal / booklet. And I'm just going to do the classical one, which you just put side pockets, bottom pockets, and I'm just using my hole puncher to create a half crescent in there so it can indicate that it is a pocket. And then I've also have this little filofax, which I've used many times before, and I've just traced it with that pattern paper, and I'm just securing it. And then I'm just going to obviously put my journaling cards in there, and I'm just putting the paper clip there just to remind me to use it. Yeah, I'm going to use this other method which I also sometimes use, which is almost like also a little filofax, which you just fold to the top halfway or 3/4, and then you just glue it on just both sides, so you can obviously create a pocket. So I'm just doing that. I'm just showing you the various pockets which I'm going to use. This is sort of a corner pocket there at the bottom. There's so many endless opportunities and endless ideas when it coming to make a junk journal or any booklet, whatever you want to call it. And then yeah, there's another pocket, half pocket on the other side. Just creating another half crescent there, just to indicate that it's a pocket. And then I'm going to start filling these pockets and decorate the pages. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I kept quite a lot of the decorating this time in. It took me forever to do this video, so please give it lots of love, comment, like, share with your friends, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Yeah, it took me almost a whole day to make it. It doesn't often take so long to make videos, but this one just took longer because I don't have so much space on my phone, because I do my whole YouTube channel on my phone. My editing program is on here, my photo editing programs is on here, so my phone is quite full with all the apps and things I'm using it, so it often doesn't allow me to film so long. So I often have to film, stop, downsize the file by speeding it up, saving it on my phone, and then go back and film again. So this was quite a marathon of a video. As I said, sometimes it just doesn't take so long, sometimes it goes quickly, but this one took very long. So yeah, I'd appreciate it if you give it some love, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed, or whatever you feel like doing, just if you like and if you want to subscribe. So as you can see, I'm just putting all these little cute little journaling cards. So during the month, I can just every day maybe just pop something, a small little pocket of joy that was a reminder of this month in there. I'm giving myself lots of opportunities to write things down. It doesn't have to be complicated. It can literally be one thing: having a nice coffee, or having a good talk with my child, or having just a nice a moment with my husband, or whatever it needs to be, or just saying a prayer to somebody, or answer to prayer, all that small pocket of joy which we need to sometimes quiet our life. And that is very much a devotional, talking about the fact that yeah, during lockdown we literally had to quiet our life, and sometimes that scared us. We don't want to often we always have something on, a podcast, music. Even if we have to go for a walk in the nature, we sometimes have it. And just to actually walk in the nature and hearing what the Lord wants to say, listening to the birds, or just having that quietness, so the Lord can actually speak into our minds. And I think that's something we've lost as a generation. I love that little boot of the flower. That is one of Vanessa Walker's printables. And all these tags, I've just put some twine in them to create and to decorate them also. So basically, in the one side, I sort of have the interactive element where I can pop out the card and write down. And the other side, I just have a statement just to remind myself. And it's nice to read these statements. There's some beautiful quotes. I love the one that says, "Joy is not meant to be a crumb," meaning it's not meaningless. It's not small. Joy can come in many forms. And obviously, if you put all these crumbs together, you might find yourself a sandwich. So that's also a different way of looking at it. And obviously, this brown water flowers is just a beautiful. These tags I'm definitely going to use for birthday presents also. They are absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, I'm just creating that corner pocket with that blue flower and the butterfly, which is also one of Vanessa Hawker printables. So it's lovely that they're all combined, they all work together. That's the one thing which is nice about Illustrated Faith. The color scheme for the month always work together. So whatever printables you buy, it will work with the whole color scheme of the month. So yeah, that is a very nice way of doing it. And I'm moving on to this little Filofax. Just popping lots of printables in there. I could have made the Filofax go a little bit lower so I can actually have space to put those tags in at the top, but I didn't think of that beforehand. And yeah, joy is always on time, as that sentiment say. That is very true. Yeah, and I just love all these little pocket folders, and that one is also with the rainbow. It's nice. We always, joy and hope goes hand in hand. I'm always thinking you cannot have joy without hope, and you cannot have hope without joy. And as we know, the joy is not always as we think it is. It's sometimes that inner joy, knowing that God is in control and that He's sovereign and that He will not withhold any good gift from us. So I'm just putting a last little sort of twine around it. I like all the textures and interactive element. So now I'm just quickly going to give you a flip through. This is the front cover. I just put that joyful heart at the bottom. I thought that is needed. Some of them you've seen, but if I went quickly, this is now the opportunity to have a look. I've just put the extra tags in there, so if I want to use it during the month, I can. The month is already halfway, so I probably will not finish this project this month. I probably will go into next month, whenever I feel. It could be actually a project you can keep going for the year. You can just add a moment of joy in there which stood out for you in the year. I think that will be also quite nice. I might even do that, just take my time, add some more journaling cards. I mean, I can always print it off. That is the beauty of the printables. I love this page. Is one of my favorites. And I've put hope there at the bottom also of this page. I think I've done that off camera. Just all the little tags in there, journaling cards. And then I've made a little tuck spot there behind that journaling card also. And that corner pocket also with all the journaling cards. Just showing you how it all looks. Just great. Lots of opportunities to journal. Made a little clip there. This is also one of my favorite pages. Love that flower with a blue flower. I don't actually know what you call it. A hindra. Yeah, something like that. Let me know if somebody knows what that flower is again. And yeah, this is the last one. I've decided just to put that peace sign there at the bottom. I just thought it worked beautifully. So this concludes my book. I hope you're inspired. I hope you liked what I've sort of designed here. And yeah, let me know if you think it's a good idea to make a sort of a little booklet of joy, pockets of joy. You don't even have to use this printables. You can use anything just to create it. You can make it as complicated or simple as you'd like to do it. So I'm just leaving you with some close-up photos here at the end. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. You must have a fantastic day. God's blessing. I hope you find lots of pockets of joy during your day, during your month, or even during your year. Yeah, have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.